Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts. I'm here today to give you my non-spoiler thoughts on Ben 10 issue number 1, of course, being released by Dynamite Comics. Of course, Man of Action and a huge team is behind bringing this new comic to life, a new continuity of Ben 10, and I had the fortunate pleasure of checking out issue number 1 early, and I want to give you my thoughts. Obviously, once again, non-spoilers. I'll get right to it. I had a great time reading this first issue, and I did record my reaction, me reading it for the first time. That'll go up on the channel about a day or so after the comic releases to give you guys some time to check it out yourself and everything. But I had a great time. Now, I do have some questions, and I can't go into what it is specifically because spoilers. But in terms of Max and Gwen, there are some changes they make to their characters. This is a new continuity, so it makes sense. And I just have questions. Not so much like bad questions. I'm just like, that's interesting about Max. That's interesting about Gwen. I'm curious where that leads and what does that mean specifically for their characters. Because going in, I knew this was a new continuity, so these characters are probably not going to be the exact same versions, and they're not. But I'm like, interesting. What does that mean for them? Like, how is that going to really fundamentally change them even further as we continue? So that's interesting. Ben felt very familiar, but he's still Ben in essence. Tone-wise, I like the tone. It's a little bit darker. It's a little bit more serious, at least for this first issue. I am hoping and maybe not so much expecting, but hoping that we get some more lightheartedness. Not saying it needs to happen, but I appreciate the fact that they're going a little bit more a serious tone. Now, in the preview images of like the first couple images, preview images they put out, there's an element that is teased, and it's fully brought into the mix when you read this first issue. I won't say what it is in case you didn't see the preview images, but there's something that really wasn't involved at all in Ben 10 Classic that is like immediate here in issue 1. And it's either going to be a good addition, or it may seem as like just an added element just to make it different. I'm hoping it's for good. I'm hoping it's going to add enough new tension and new direction and just overall a new element of the story that's going to hopefully make it more interesting and kind of like urgent when certain things are kind of unfolding as the story goes along. We'll see what happens with that. But they do tease it in the preview images, so you probably already know what I'm talking about if you haven't read the comic yet, but just want to throw that out there. I'm like, yeah, it's a pretty big presence in issue 1, and I'm like, we'll see what happens. The dialogue, the text, wow. I was blown away by some of the actual dialogue from characters in this issue, especially the first character that you read dialogue from when you start reading the comic immediate. I'm like, this is good writing. Like, they put a lot of attention and detail into it, and I love it. Now, also in the preview images, they highlighted and showcased the artwork, right? They kept out the text, so you didn't understand context or anything. You just saw images of the characters. There's a lot of really cool images that are just beautiful. They're cool. And I keep mentioning in my reaction as I'm reading it like shots, but they're obviously drawn, they're images. But there's some great stuff in it. And I was just like, this looks good. Like, I love how it looks. And that's what really has gotten me more excited to continue reading it, because of the design and the actual like dedication to the artwork. Like, on top of course everything else, but the artwork specifically is just so good, and there's just a lot of like detail in certain shots. Alien design wise, I won't go into obviously the aliens you see in the first issue. We obviously have a lot of variant covers and everything showing different aliens and everything in terms of their designs and all that kind of stuff. What I will say, I think the alien designs are pretty damn good. I said something and I shouldn't have, so I cut that out. But let's just say the alien designs are good. I wish I could say more, but I don't want to. Just, it's for spoilers' sake. I don't want to, but yeah, good stuff. Overall, I had a good time. I can't really say too much specifically here, but I really enjoyed this first issue. I think they did a good job of establishing this new world in terms of specifically these characters, and then how things start to unfold as the story develops. The story is kind of starting out. You can already kind of guess what happens in the first issue. You can at least estimate like what's the big thing that's going to happen in the first issue. I'm not going to say it, but so I'm curious to see. I'm curious to read more. I'm curious to see what issue 2 is like. Right? Like, what do we like? What's the next thing? Because the way it ends, I'm like, where do we go from here? So, hope you guys enjoyed my non-spoiler review of issue number 1. I feel bad that I have to be really vague, but I don't want to reveal too much to you guys because I want you guys to go in and read as much as you possibly can. Like, go in and read it on your own to experience it for yourself. I don't want to be like spoiling shit because that's not cool. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.